I said that I was affiliated.
Priscilla the Crip Killer.
Wow, that's a
But
good
yo bit cath me
Yes.
outside ho.
Okay, you're pretty good at that.
You're insane. Don't forget to play the recording of the police reaching out to you. Remember, Priscilla didn't believe that you received the call.
Brian, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if it's really necessary to play it, but
maybe we should.
I don't think Andrew's actually upset. It's just that in principle, he's not willing to let you off the hook because, as he said, a man would have been subject to a different set of circumstances for the same behavior.
Correct.
And you would have treated a man differently too, I think.
Yeah, but don't you understand that even if I granted that was true, so what? It still would not make your point.
I just want to say
it still wouldn't help your point, like not even a little bit.
I agreed that I agreed that we both did something wrong.
No, you did something wrong.
We both did.
No, you did.
So did you.
No,
Disappointed donated $30 just to let you know how he felt.
Yeah, that you did something wrong.
No, that was for you.
No, that was for you.
About antagonizing others. Should we bring that back up?
Bring it back up.
Brian?
bring what?
The antagonizing, disappointed, sent $30.
I didn't.
Saying that the Bible
You
says
might
not
have
to
just
do that or
imagined
something.
that. I don't remember that.
This is gaslighting.
I don't even think
gaslighting doesn't exist. You made it up.
Brandon 53323 donated $30. Disappointed. She was already angry. He just showed her how ridiculous she looked.
Thank you, Brandon, for the TTS.
Pasty George donated $30. Priscilla, you really hurt my feelings when you put down my PP. I'll have you know that I have a huge 4.5 incher.
Wow.
Very respectful.
That's
It's
nice.
plenty, honestly.
Congrats.
Good to know, George.
Proud of you.
Good for you.
I am proud of you. Wait, so going into the notes here, Priscilla, you said that the show has misogynistic undertones and implications. And I think that's... I had those in your notes before you came on last time. I don't remember. Or you came on the show with Sav, and then you sent me these notes. But you got kicked off, so we didn't get into it. So the show has misogynistic undertones and implications. How do you define misogyny?
Misogyny is when men have general contempt for women.
Okay, I'll accept that. So, what are the misogynistic undertones and implications pertaining to the show, or things I say, or Andrew says, or Sav says?
So I think some of the things you don't know that it's happening because you can only see it from a male perspective, but...
Did you just assume my gender? Go on.
I don't want to be... That is what I truly believe. That's why I said that. Like, I'm not to be undermining or anything. But, I mean, I do think, like, for example, like, I think it would be like if I were to have men come into a podcast in a similar way, and I was the host, and I was just like, how much money do you make? Do you think that, and just started saying a bunch of stereotypes for men? Like, do you think...
View?
Do you think
mean like The View?
I have not seen it, but yeah, like I do want to say that I don't think that I can understand how you guys are both pushing back, but I do think it's extremes. Like, there's feminist pushback to your extreme, and then your extreme to the feminist pushback, and it just feels very hateful on both sides. Like, I don't understand when women hate men, and I don't understand when men hate women.
Do we hate women?
That's what I feel.
Yeah,
I don't know if you hate them, but I feel like you have contempt.
You feel
It
that
seems-
we hate women.
It seems that it's been displayed that you have general contempt, because I don't think that judging people for their life choices has anything to do with dating in general. I think it's just to knock down their character. Yeah, but that's personal.
What?
No, it's not personal. It's the idea is if you're having a dating podcast, then People have all sorts of preferences when it comes to
Right.
dating. Because they have all sorts of preferences when it comes to dating, they're going to take things into account like body count, your sex life, your sexual past. They're going to make all sorts of judgments. That's going to be out in the open that you're talking about those things. So
Only when you're romantically involved. Otherwise, it's not anyone's business.
yeah, but the whole point of it is to discuss what people are interested in when it comes to romantic involvement. And so you're getting people's stories, what it is that they're talking about, what it is that they're discussing. They make all sorts of value judgments about us. We make value judgments about them. Everybody makes value judgments about fucking everybody because that's how the human experience operates. We make value judgments about each other all the time, nonstop, every day, all the time.
But then the best way to deal with that is to say, okay, I don't want somebody that does A, B, C. I don't want this. So then you don't pick that person. But to say that it has to be this way or that way for someone, it's not everyone has the same standards.
We're not saying they do.
Right, so it doesn't matter your body count, really. It doesn't matter.
That doesn't follow at all. So here's what
Maybe it
happens.
matters to you
This
personally.
person doesn't want me. Why? And then they say because A, B, and C. And then he asks the person, well, why is that? Why is that you wouldn't want a person like this? And then they're going to give their reasons. And then other people are going to push back against that because maybe they think the reasons are bad. This is just a simple value judgment, value assessment that everybody has.
Right. We can all decide what is appropriate and what our expectations are, but it's different for every person. Like some men might care about the body count,
though.
some men might not. Some men might
that's
care.
not in dispute.
Right. Okay.
Like that's literally not in dispute. I agree. There's got to be at least some men out there who don't care about body count. I agree. No dispute.
And I don't think preferences of any kind are bad. Like, it's all personal.
I think there's some bad preferences.
Yeah.
You
Like
know.
if you want to diddle kids, that's a pretty bad preference,
Fellas.
right?
I was gonna say
Pretty bad preference.
No, for your
smokers
partner.
cough.
Like, I don't think any preferences for your partner are bad.
Like, what if you wanted your partner to be 16? That seems pretty bad.
That's way different, though.
No, it's just it's a preference, right? It's just a really bad preference.
Well, that's illegal versus legal. Like,
Yeah, but what does that have to do with preference? Like, if it was illegal to have sex doggy style, I assume people would still do it.
Isn't it in some states?
Sure. And I assume people in those states.
No, I think
I think you're thinking about
sodomy.
anal.
Yeah,
Sodomy.
no.
Isn't that sodomy?
Isn't it sodomy?
I think even the UCMJ has a sexual morality code, the Uniform
For
Code of
the
Military
military,
Justice. But I'm just saying, pretty confident soldiers still do that, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them.
And the legality of the thing really has nothing to do with the preference of what you want to do, right? But we would just objectively say some things are just bad preferences and wrong, and we don't want them, and they need to go away because we don't prefer them. And I don't prefer any preferences but mine. Therefore, mine should be legislated forever, and everybody should follow them at all times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Christian nationalist viewpoint.
Well, I mean, that's just the viewpoint of subjective morality, right?
I'm going to do some Venmo Cash App shout outs because a couple came through. Randy, thank for the 5 on Venmo. Joseph, thank for the 100 on Cash App. He says, for insert thumbs up for all of chat. Thank you, Joseph, for the 100 on Venmo. And then we have Thomas, thank you for the $2 on, it's Cash App from Joseph, and then 2 from Thomas via Cash App. 100% of your contribution goes towards us instead of these platforms taking their cut if you send it via Venmo and Cash. I got to include that. It'd be great.
I'm going to get in and out. You're being a goblin, bro.
I swear,
being
we're
a
almost.
goblin.
Wait, you got to hear some of these, and then.
Can I say something?
Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry for aggressing.
Josh donated $30. I'm a fan of Andrew, but to watch you insult someone's voice and then sit there and laugh as others mock her and insult her is the opposite of Christ-like. I get the temptation, but grow up, bro.
Grow down.
ShiftJet donated $30. Andrew did something morally wrong by making fun of your lisp. Seat 2 did something illegal by literally assaulting him. Andrew asked Seat 2 which one is wronger. Which one is it? Assault or bullying? Hardbeak Huge donated $30. Andrew should have dwarfed Priscilla. I'd like her even more. I love my women like I love my fish. Watered.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Big Sass Energy donated $30. Priscilla is still very clearly retarded.
It's losing its zest. Big sass.
Mark donated $30. Bring Savin what board again please, no joke. All shoot Priscilla, you expect Andrew to apoloish when year 3ing to do it for him. Rui both did something wrong, admit what you fucking did. Snapmore donated $29.99. Petition for a new Stream Deck soundbite. Stop thimping. Luther.
Yo, Snapmore, thank you so much, man.
Christopher Scott donated $30.
Thank you,
Priscilla,
Chris.
how dare you besmirch my PP the way you besmirched Andrew. I'll have you know I'm hung like a stud hamster.
Brian didn't quite get it, the TTS voice reader, but
Daisy's coat hanger donated $30. The feminist put hot quoted played in this show. Priscilla Muth hang like robe of withered.
some Shakespeare shit.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you.
well done.
Thank you, Daisy's coat hanger. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Pasty George donated $30. I have been watching the Whatever podcast for a long time now, and I can confidently state that Brian or Andrew have never said anything misogynistic or any kind of hateful thing towards women. Ever.
That's probably
Keys donated $30.
Not a single thing.
Brain. How about a challenge? Chair 3 takes a legit IQ test. If she gets a 140 plus, Brain gets waterboarded by Chair 4. If she scores below 110, Chair 3 gets waterboarded. Deal?
Yeah, I like it. That's a good deal. Wait, Brandon, I apologize. It's not letting me pull it up. I don't know if it already came through, but it might have fallen off. He says, this is Brandon 53323. Disappointed, sir. She was already angry. He just show her how ridiculous she looked.
that did come
Oh,
through.
my bad. Okay. Yeah. All right. We have. Wait, why were you laughing when the super chat about how me and Andrew, the guy said he confidently states that Brian or Andrew have never said anything misogynistic or any kind of hateful thing towards women ever? Why were you laughing?
I'm sure there's some stuff I could find. Let me go through it.
Like what?
I'd have to look
She's
through
gotta
the
find it.
stuff.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Wow,
I
is it-
haven't watched that many of them, but I'm sure
I've
there's
said
some,
hateful
some
things
things I
towards-
would disagree.
I've said hateful things
with
towards
that are
a woman,
There's
not
some-
hateful things towards women.
True. True. Okay, we have.
But they do all belong in the fucking kitchen. I mean, let's be real. But I don't think that's hateful.
See, that's crazy.
I don't think that's
19
hateful.
donated $29.99. You aren't technically allowed to give oral in the military. They are considered government property and may be injured during wild sex. If chain of command is in rainbows, the soldier could get in trouble. Otis Driftwood donated $30.69. Priscilla says Sally the salamander shines shoes on Sunday. Also Edward Furlong with a wig is not fooling me in chair 3.
Did you say chair 3? I didn't hear the last part.
By the way, there's still another hour. But if you want to, what?
Are you serious?
No. What I'm saying is, like, you're not gonna miss in and out.
Before it closes.
But I'm wrapping this. There was
Before
one
it
last
closes.
note for Priscilla, if you want to do that. And
Oh,
then-
no, I thought you said we're going another. I was like, what?
Oh no. I was saying there's another in and outs open for another.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, there's just like two more things, and then
But Brian, sometimes two things, and I'm okay with this normally. Sometimes two things turns into six things, turns into eight things, and I'm fine with that normally. But if I don't get the in and out tonight,
He's hungry.
you know,
you're gonna get it.
yeah,
You're
just
gonna
saying,
get it.
just saying.
It is true though.
It is true.
I'm like 10 more minutes, and it's 2
Yeah,
hours
it's
later.
2 hours later. I know.
Priscilla, you said in your notes you think focusing so much on looks is toxic, because that was our big disagreement, the whole rating 1 to 10 thing. Let's go around the table. What do you rate your looks on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm not playing that game. I've
What-
seen those clips. There's
what
no right
clips?
answer.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm
Wait,
talking about.
I mean
There is actually a right
There is a
answer.
right answer.
What is it?
Well,
Is it a
that's we
number
wouldn't.
or-
Yeah, the truth actually.
Yeah, I don't
that's
play that
usually the right
game.
answer.
You don't play that game?
I think looks are subjective. Just because I may say, oh, I think I'm this number, there's obviously going to be people who disagree with
into
me.
the mic. Into the mic.
There's obviously going to be people who disagree with
Yeah,
me,
what
and
what
that's
is it?
totally fine. But I'm not playing that
You can't
game
pick
personally.
7 though.
100% completely don't disagree with you. All looks are subjective based on the person, right?
Mhm.
So from your subjective view, you the person, what do you rate yourself?
I'm not answering that
Just on
question.
pure
Oh
looks.
my god.
Oh.
I'm not answering the question.
I'm not. Why?
Because the same thing happens every single time
What
that happens on this podcast.
what happens?
You question my answer.
No, actually,
Not
we usually
necessarily.
don't question most women's answer.
Oops.
We only
Maybe
question
they're
it like,
mistaken then.
yeah, so like if there's a literal land whale perhaps who managed to blowhole its way into the studio and then says, I'm a 10, I'm an objective 10, we might give a bit of pushback on that, but generally speaking, not really. Like we don't really give too much pushback on it.
I have.
Here, watch.
also
Check
not
this
seen
out.
enough
What do you rate your
episodes.
looks on a scale of 1 to 10?
11.
6.
Not biting the bait.
I would choose 7
You
if I
should
could.
bite the bait though,
Just
because you didn't say all that much on the podcast, so you should. This is your opportunity.
I know there
We
was
believe in you.
a lot of things about this podcast that were a lot different than I thought. Not in a bad way.
We
Not
be-
dogging you.
We believe in you. We believe in you.
Will we move on so we can all go eat if I give you a number?
Boundaries are
Yes.
allowed.
9.
Woo.
Do you mean that though?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you're lying, and now we have to drag the show on. So.
I have a lot of confidence. I couldn't do what I do